Welcome back. It is 14/14, and you know what that means? Time for another birthday. It will be our dear Anastasia's birthday this year, so I'm super excited about that. I have also updated the family tree a bit, and it looks like my mouse might need a new battery. Why is it being like this? But anyway, so I'm having a ton of fun with these Sims. I am loving the storylines we have going so far. I'm really happy that we wrapped up stuff with Emmeline. And let's just get into it because I'm having a great time and I hope you are too. And we're coming up on our first war next year. So it's actually probably for the best Thomas is not old enough to go to war yet. Actually, there are so many wars in this century. Like there's so many. You can see here's another one and another one. There's one like every 5 years. So that's going to be tough to keep our heir alive. We'll have him get married like right away when he's 18. And, we'll keep Cecilia around for our just in case because it seems like we might need it. Anyway, Crispin Armstrong cannot get an 18 or a 20. Ooh, well, never mind then. I guess the Armstrongs are not doing a good job having sons. Where is he over here again? I move this guy around so much. Yeah, looks like he still only has the one son, which is fine. Although, like I said, there's lots of war, so who knows? We have Gregoria Bennett, Nancy, and Nizetta Landgrab. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, I thought Bard died. Did I make that up? I guess not. 6 toddlers. No 4, 8, or a 12. 1. Ooh. Well, anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, number 6 too. Oh gosh. All right, so Gregoria, whose name I always got wrong, died, and so did Bertram. Oh no! Oh well, it's okay because there's still Bartholomew. There are still pain. I'm like keeping a really close eye on the what's it called? The lines that are about to die out. So we do still have 2 sons here. We're doing okay so far. Anyway, where was I? 2 children. They can't get a 9 or a 19, I believe. Yep. I got to start memorizing these because when we get into like the middle of the decade, I don't have the thing right there. No 9 or a 19. No 9 or a 19. Okay. And then we have 2 teens, the first of which is our Anastasia. She can't get a 7. No 7 for you. No 7 for you. Okay. I was a little worried there. Let's go over here. We have 2, 6, 11, 13, 14, and there are 2 of them. 2, 6, 11, 13, 14. Ooh. Okay. Well, the first one died. That's Winifred. Wait a second. Winifred? Who's she married to? There's just so many Sims. I can't even keep them all straight. Wait, isn't Winifred, oh my gosh, do not tell me. Okay. Winifred! Oh my gosh, Winifred's married to Malcolm. This is good. It's bad, but it's good. It's good because they only had daughters. And so the Landgrab name wasn't going to continue. I was seriously considering getting him a mistress because I wanted the Landgrabs to keep going. But now he can get remarried. Maybe he could remarry Uta. Who's getting married soon? Isabel. All right, Isabel can marry him. I was planning on having her become his mistress anyway. That's why Mary is in quotes here. Mary Malcolm. Landgrab. Nice. Oh, this is great. The Landgrabs will continue. So there's that. Where was I? Giles Dutton and Maurice Trimboli have to get a 9 or higher. 1, 2. Ooh. Maurice. Oh my gosh, Maurice. Wait a second. Maurice. Where is he? He is but I think he does have a son. Yes, Maurice number 2. Oh my gosh. Is she pregnant? She's not pregnant. There's still only one. Okay, seriously, look at this. Look at this family tree here. One of the males ended up having children, and he only had one. So, like, okay, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 kids, and only got one male grandchild with their name. Can you believe that? Oh my gosh, Maurice, you gotta live or your line is dying out right now. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's roll for some weddings. I actually changed this a little bit because I do feel like we're having too many children. So what I did is, this stayed the same. 1 through 4 is never marry. But now I made 1 through 10 is a number of pregnancies. So they can have one child. Previously, it was if you get a 1, you don't have any children. But I'm making them available to have only one child. And then if it's an 11 or a 12, there's no children. So it's just a little bit of a worse odd, just one more number. But they can also have one children now. One child now. So anyway, so we have Anastasia. Will she marry? No. Oh my gosh. Wow. Anastasia. All right. Will Colette marry? She will. How many kids will she have? 8. Oh gosh. All right. Colette Axtell will have 8 children. Ooh, that is something. Okay, well, Anastasia, I guess that changes my sort of plan that I started to have for you. That's okay. We can give it to Alexandra because I didn't have a plan for her yet. Oh boy. Okay, well, there you go, Anastasia. Moving on, vampire rolls. We still have 3 vampires. We always have 3 vampires for now. No 9s. They can't get any 9s. No 9s, no 9s, no 9s. Okay. And then we have, how many Sims? We have 1, 2, 3, 5 still. We still have 5. They can't get an 18 to be accused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Vampire rolls have been pretty tame lately. Okay, well, we had quite a few deaths, but actually I think that everything is going to work out for the best. And I mean, I'm not excited, but I'm like kind of excited that their line is in danger. It's just like gives that an extra level of, oh my gosh. So anyway, let's hop into the game and get going on this. All right, so here we are. We are with Cecilia and Thomas and Serena, and right now Cecilia is sort of kind of going to middle school. It's kind of complicated, but we're just going to pretend that she's off, like, you know, collecting things or working or whatever. So there is that, and so basically what we're trying to do, so with Cecilia, we are trying to get Sunburst to level 10 of the barrel skill, the agility skill, and then after that we will be selling Sunburst. So that is something that we're working on. Sunburst is already worth like 13,000 simoleons, so I think that we can definitely make a lot of money, you know, training horses and then selling them. It is a little bittersweet because, you know, that's your horse, that's your friend, and you want to keep it forever, but this is how our household is going to make money. Maybe we'll have Thomas here, who is working with Sugar, to have a good temperament. So maybe we will have Thomas keep a horse. Maybe Sugar can be the horse that he stays with for his life, because he is going to want to do competitions and stuff. So he's going to want to keep a competition horse for himself. So I think that that is definitely something that we can keep and see how it goes. We'll see. Again, we're just training her temperament right now because that's all you can do as foals. Maybe when she gets older, we'll breed her. I don't know. We're just going to kind of figure it out as we go along. Maybe once we sell Sunburst, I will have them get a male horse so that that male horse and Sugar can be having babies in the future. And we're actually doing pretty good on money, though, and I think we're going to make a lot of money selling these horses. So that is great. And we have Serena, who is trying to become a knight. So she's a squire currently, and she is now in the Knights Club. And we will be taking her, you'll see in just a little bit, to go and train with the other knights. Now, there is not a ton of stuff we can do with her as a child to train her in this way, because a lot of the actions are only for teenager or above Sims, like sword fighting and stuff. You can't do anything with the children in this case. So there is that. We will have her practice like archery and her motor skill, and we want to get her horse riding skill up to level 5 so that she is a good knight. I think that that is a good standard level 5 for knights. And we'll see the other knights. I forgot to really introduce you to which Sims we changed into knights, but I will do that next year because I am thinking about making a rule where if you are a knight, you have to go to war. So war is starting next year, and that will mean that some of our knights will be going to war at least, if not other Sims as well. Anyway, so we also have a little garden, a bee house? No, what's the thing? Beehive? No, bee box? Yeah. And a chicken coop along with our 2 horses here. And we are just going to use the prairie grass that we grew to fill up the feeder and take care of the horses. Again, like I said, we're working on her temperament, Sugar Bush, Sugar for short, because I'm never going to remember her name because we have Sunburst and Sugar Bush. It's kind of confusing. Anyway, so we have these 2 getting to know each other, getting close, and then we also have Serena working on her skill while Cecilia does a lot of the household chores. So just a kind of a division of labor here, and then Cecilia is going to have to go to school. So that is where we're going to go and check out the knights. Now, this watch knights train 5 times is supposed to be a rabbit hole, but I can't find it. So I'm not sure if I'm missing something here. If anybody knows, let me know. Maybe it's a rabbit hole on like an object or something. I don't know, but regardless. So we are going to head to the Knight Stronghold, which is another one of, I believe, is it Snarky Witches? Anyway, you can find it on the gallery named that. And I just in the front here took away like the garden and stuff and instead added in these training dummies. You can see some of the knights practicing. We have Serena practicing her archery. She looks so cool doing that. And then we also have these like practice sword fighting stumps and also a little practice sword fighting like stage area. You'll see that in just a bit. But Conrad is here. Poor Conrad probably doesn't even want to be a knight, but Serena low-key talked him into it and said, come on, you're my friend, it'll be fun, let's do it together. So that's why they're both here. And you can see I'm just taking control of the guys so that we can take a look at what this will look like when they're older. So you can see the sword fighting. That sword is huge, but that was that. And then there are these practice stumps over here. For some reason, he doesn't want to use it. But regardless, he is an actual knight, which is why he's standing like that. Like he has the knight trait. Everyone else just has a squire trait because you can only become a real knight once you're a young adult. So anyway, we are going to practice here and continue to do that. And then, so there's Dustin here, who is also a squire, and he's kind of a little jerk. So he is going to make fun of Serena and be like, oh, you're a girl. Girls can't be knights. And so they are not getting along too well, these 2. Most of the other knights have just kind of like left her to her own devices. She's just practicing her archery and stuff on her own. She's not really getting any direction from anybody, unlike some of the older squires. So I think that, she probably would be getting more attention if she was a boy, but she is going to train hard all by herself and make it happen. So she is great. And we are going to again work on her horse riding skill. I think in this part we do get her up to level 5, so she's not going to have to worry about that anymore. I think they are aging up in like 3 years, I want to say. So then she'll be able to do a lot more stuff in that, and that'll be great. And let's just, yeah, I'm just looking for the rabbit hole. But anyway, Emmeline stopped by, so that's really nice, is that we do see a lot of Emmeline and Gilbert stopping by and checking in on the children. So at least they're not just like totally abandoning them. They're just checking in every once in a while. I'm sure Emmeline will check in even more once the dough starts coming in. So there is that. But like I said, we're just working on our little girl's temperament. She is just a baby, and she is really going to grow up good, I think, despite being defiant. So here we go, just working on all of this, and I did get, I was looking for the rabbit hole still, so there's that, but I can't find it, so anyway, it's not in here either. I don't know why I thought it would be in here, but like I thought maybe it might be, who knows? So anyway, we are going to continue on. Oh, she's doing such a good job. You got to use the baby voice for the animals. Anyway, we are just going to talk and feed and all this stuff. We are also going to do some barrel racing. Again, we're trying to get that agility up to level 10 so that we can sell the horse. And this horse is going to be worth the big bucks. Oh my gosh. We are probably, if we like race to sell maybe 5 horses, we'll be able to afford like a mansion. So there is that. But, you know, we're doing our best. So I am hoping that we can do that. It takes like, how long does it take again? 4 years, I believe, for the baby horses to age up. So maybe we should get more horses. Maybe not. I don't know. I kind of want to wait a little bit as Thomas is getting older. Like, I want that to be his thing. But he also does want to do competition stuff. I don't know. We'll figure it out. For some reason, Serena totally disappeared, so I had to like bring her back here. I don't know what happened there. Oh, she's cold. Aw. Okay, so you continue on that. Let's light the fire so that everybody can get warm. You need to change your clothes as well. And let's have her go back to riding. It is also All Souls Day, so we are going to do All Souls Day stuff, including going to the cemetery, so we'll do that as well. I was thinking about going to mourn for Thomas, even though they all kind of know that Thomas isn't really their father at this point, but, you know, he was still a good guy who took care of them, and they remember him fondly, so that wouldn't be that big a deal to, you know, respect him in that way. Let's everyone warm themselves up at the fire, and then we'll start telling stories. I was kind of hoping I would be able to get everything checked off, or not everything checked off, but like everything done, like get to the gold without doing all of the things, but unfortunately I can't, so there's that. Anyway, so we are going to just continue on here. Oh, they're doing great. So they're telling each other stories. It actually looks like Cecilia and Serena have a difficult family dynamic. So that is a little unfortunate, but I think probably Cecilia, you know, needs to kind of bring down the hammer on these kids because she is here alone trying to take care of 2 children, and she is not even old enough to have children of her own. It's just kind of tough. And Serena is very outspoken and definitely is the type of person who is, you know, pushing against societal expectations and stuff. And so Cecilia, I think, is a little bit stricter with her just because she is worried and she's so young, like she doesn't know how to navigate the situation. Like if she were maybe older, that she would be able to help her daughter more. If she had a husband, or not her daughter, but like her sister, they're basically her kids. But like if she was older and she had a husband who had connections and she had her own connections and all this stuff, like it would be so much easier to, you know, figure out how to navigate this situation with Serena. But she's young. She doesn't, you know, it's just not going to happen. Anyway, we can't mourn Thomas because apparently he's been dead too long. I feel like that's weird. So we'll mourn Amalia for no reason whatsoever. And then we'll check off all our All Souls Day stuff. So that is good. And Maurice is dying this year, so his grave will be coming here shortly. I cannot believe he only had 1 kid, 1 male survive. Oh my gosh. Who even knows? So anyway, I mean, maybe the land grabs will get to keep the color green. Anyway, so we are going to head back home now and do a couple of the chores. Like, it's a lot for Cecilia to not only take care of the chore stuff, but also do some horse stuff and taking care of the kids. And like, she has a lot going on. But, they're doing their best. And we are really close to getting level 10 with Sunburst. I think probably maybe next part we'll be able to sell her, which is sad because I don't want to sell her, but also she's worth 13,000 simoleons. And I want that. We got her for free, remember? Thomas won her in a bet, and we only spent 250 on sugar. So it's like, wow, if we spend 250 and make 13,000, that is so good. That is such a great turnaround. So I am really excited about that as a money-making scheme for this family. And it'll be harder as Thomas gets older, actually. So maybe we should be focusing on that, because once Thomas is marriageable, he's going to start having kids and we're going to have less household slots for horses. Anyway, Emmeline and Gilbert are here at the same time, and I think that there is definitely tension there, but maybe, I don't know. Gilbert is now in another loveless marriage that was arranged for him. Well, not arranged for him, that he arranged with a wealthy lady, because now he doesn't have Eleanor, his true love. And I honestly, he could pick up his affair with Emmeline, except he doesn't really want the drama. But he's not in love with her. I think that he's really heartbroken over losing Eleanor, and that he is not going to ever fall in love again. But I think that he wants to remain on good terms with Emmeline because of the children and all of that stuff. And he wants to, do the best he can for these kids, because, he is never going to acknowledge them, and he is kind of a crappy dad. But he also wants to make sure that they're set up for success. So when the kids are needed a small plot of land, he gave it to them. He's willing to give them the tools that they need to succeed, but he's not willing to give handouts anymore like he used to with Emmeline. So I think he's learned his lesson there. And we have Sugar again working on her temperament skill. She is such a good girl. Oh, this year just flew by. I mean, it really, really did. This probably because I low-key started playing it late in the day on the first day, because I was trying to get all that night stuff set up. But anyway, it's fine. We're good. And we are friendly with our horse. So there's that. Let's take care of the garden. Everything is going around again. It is now the last day of the year. So actually what we're going to do is we're going to do our chores really quickly. And then we are going to just come around and we are going to what was I saying? We're going to go over to Emmeline's house for Anastasia's birthday. So we're actually going to bake her a cake and stuff. I think that'll be nice because she's technically one of our main household sims. So we're going to do that in just a moment. Let's just queue up some stuff for everybody while we're trying to do the chores and all of that stuff. So there is that. And that will be how we're rounding out the year with Anastasia's birthday. So that is really exciting, and she actually won't be having any children, so I'm probably just going to send her to the church. She's a lazy sim. I think she's lazy and childish, so I gave her the inner peace aspiration because I thought that it might be nice for her to go to the church and kind of learn how to settle down and find inner peace, but also at the same time she's lazy and everything. So I think that just having her life set up for her at the church, where she has a number of things she has to do, and she doesn't have to worry about roughing it or anything. I think that she is happy with that situation, so that's good. And that will be that. And we will get the cake going. So there we go. She is about to become a teenager. She is pretty cute. She is Thomas's child, actually. You can see that Ansel II is now a child also, so we'll need to have him join the club now that he's old enough. And there we go. So come blow out the candles, and then everyone will eat cake, and it'll be great. So there she goes, childish and inner peace. So that is very nice. And there she is, our Anastasia. So she is looking good. She actually is a lot like her mother, I feel like. I mean, her skin tone is a little bit different, but she's definitely a lot like her mother. So we're going to send her to the church, and that's where we're going to wrap up. So basically, I think that, well, I don't even know what's happening next year. Let me check. well, next year is the war, but I don't think any of our children are aging up again. Oh, Emelina will be becoming a child maybe next time. So that's true. Okay, so Emelina has a birthday next year along with the war. So the war is going to start, and I just want to, I mean, I'll probably say this again, but I just want to preface this by saying that I have changed some of the dates of the wars in the century because some of them overlap, and it's like, oh, a war starts today, a war starts tomorrow, and it's only 2 days or 3 days or what, you know. So because I don't really want to go around every couple of days and move people, I am going to make each war that is less than a year last a year and move around the time frame so that they're not overlapping so much. So there will be some historical inaccuracy, which is not a surprise to anybody who knows me, who's been watching my videos. So there is that, and I think that we're in good shape. Look at her. She's ready to go off and be in the church, and I think we are good. So that'll be that, and I'll introduce you to the knights and do all that stuff in the next one when we get to the war. So I hope that you're excited, and I will catch you in the next one.